No one understands, no one sees. These nights, these cursed nights. They don't hear the cries I hold in. They don't feel the pain clawing at my chest, like a wild beast tearing me apart. They don't see the blood on my hands, not just the blood of my enemies, but my own too. The wounds I hide, the ones I refuse to let heal, they bleed quietly. They drip into the darkness where no one dares to look. Do you think I wanted this? Do you think I chose to be the one who keeps standing, no matter how many times I've been knocked down? No, I didn't pick this life. This life chose me. It buried me under its weight and dared me to breathe. It took everything from me and told me to keep walking. And I did. But don't confuse my steps for strength. Sometimes I've stumbled so hard I wanted to stay down. Sometimes I've screamed so loud inside my head that I thought I'd go crazy. But no one hears you when you scream in the dark, do they? They don't know the nights I've spent alone, shivering, staring at my reflection in a blade, wondering if it was worth it. Wondering if this fight, this endless fight, would ever end. They don't see the weight I carry, the faces, the memories, the regrets. They don't know how the ghosts of my past crawl into my bed at night, whispering all the things I could have done, all the ways I've failed. And they sure as hell don't see the tears. Tears, because a warrior isn't supposed to cry, right? A warrior's supposed to be stone, unbreakable. You think you're the only one who's suffered? You think you're the only one who's broken? No, but I've broken 1,000 times, and I'll break 1,000 more before this is over, but I don't care. Because every crack, every scar, every wound is proof that I've survived. It's proof that no matter how deep the blade went, no matter how dark the night, I'm still here. Do you hear me? I'm still here. That's the thing about people like us. The ones who cry in the dark, the ones who carry the weight of the world in silence. We're not like them. We don't break at the first sign of trouble. We don't run when the storm hits. No, we are the storm. We take the pain, the loss, the heartbreak, and we turn it into fuel. You think I fight because I'm strong? No, I fight because I've been weak. I've been at the bottom, choking on my own failures. I fight because I've looked in the mirror and hated the person staring back. I fight because no one else will. And you're standing there, thinking about giving up, thinking about walking away. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Do you know what it takes to keep going when everything inside you is screaming to stop? It takes fire. It takes rage. It takes the kind of strength that comes from breaking over and over and still putting the pieces back together. It takes you. So let them laugh. Let them judge. Let them turn their backs on you. They don't know the nights you've cried alone. They don't know the demons you've fought, the battles you've fought in silence. They don't know the weight you carry, the pain you endure, and they never will. But you will. Every time you stand, every time you face the darkness, you'll know that you didn't give up. You didn't let it break you. You didn't let the night swallow you whole. Listen to me. If you can cry, you can breathe. And if you can breathe, you can fight. So cry your tears. Scream into the void. Break if you have to. But when it's done, when the tears dry and the screams fade, you stand. You hear me? You stand. Because this world, it doesn't care about your pain. It doesn't care about your struggles. It'll crush you, grind you into dust, and keep moving. But that's where you rise. That's where you show it who you are. You're not just a warrior with scars. You're the warrior who owns them. You're not the one who cries in the dark. You're the one who sharpens your blade with those tears. You're not broken. You're the one who refuses to stay broken. So let the night come. Let it bring its shadows, its silence, its ghosts. Let it try to take you. Because you know what? You've cried before, and you survived. You've fallen before, and you've risen. You've faced the darkness before, and you've walked through it, and you will do it again. No one knows the nights you've cried alone. No one sees the battles you fight in silence. But I do. I see them, because they're mine too. And I'm telling you now, don't stop. Don't quit. Don't let this world win. You fight. You rise. You become. That's what warriors do. And you? You're a damn warrior. You want to rise. You want to be more than what they said you could be. Then feed that fire. Feed it with every failure, every heartbreak, every tear. Let it consume the lies they told you, the doubts they planted in your mind. Let it destroy the weakness, the fear, the excuses. They'll call you crazy. They'll call you reckless. They'll say you're obsessed. Let them. They don't know what it's like to crawl out of the pit you were thrown into. They don't understand what it means to rebuild yourself. They don't know the strength it takes to keep going when every part of you is screaming to stop. And they never will, because they haven't lived your nights. They haven't walked your path. They haven't stared into the abyss and had it stare back. But you have. And that makes you dangerous. That makes you unstoppable. And when the day comes, when the battles are done, when the nights are no longer filled with tears and silence, they'll look at you, and they won't understand how you did it. They'll see the scars, the cracks, the pain etched into your soul, and they'll wonder how someone like you survived, but they won't ask. They'll be too afraid of the answer. The answer is simple. You didn't give up. You didn't stop fighting. You didn't let the darkness win. You stared it down, and you made it blink first. And that's what they'll never understand. That's what makes you different. You are not like them. You never were. So let them doubt you. Let them underestimate you. Let them laugh, mock, and turn their backs on you. It doesn't matter. None of it matters. Because when the storm comes, and it will come, they won't last. They'll break. They'll fall. And you? You'll still be standing. So cry your tears, warrior. Let them fall. Let them cleanse you. But when the tears dry, when the sobs fade, when the silence returns, you rise. You fight. You show the world that no matter how many times it knocks you down, you'll get back up. Every single time. Because no one knows the nights you've cried alone. No one knows the battles you've fought in silence. No one knows the strength it's taken just to survive. But you know. And that's all that matters. So stay in. Fight. Rise. And show them who you are. A warrior. A survivor. A force to be reckoned with. You are not your pain. You are not your tears. You are not your past. You are strength. You are unstoppable. Don't mistake the tears for weakness. Don't mistake the cracks for failure. The strongest swords are forged in the hottest fires. And you? You're still in the flames. You're being shaped, tested, broken, and reforged. And when you come out on the other side, when the fire has done its work, there won't be a damn thing in this world that can break you. But you've got to survive the fire first. You've got to endure it. Feel it burn. Feel every second of the agony as it tears you apart. Because that pain, that's how you know you're alive. That's how you know you're still in the fight. And the fight isn't just against the world, is it? No, the hardest fight is the one inside your own head. The voice that tells you you're not enough. The doubts that creep in when you're at your lowest. The shadows that whisper you'll never make it. That you're too broken, too weak, too far gone. That's the real battle. But let me tell you something. Those voices, they're liars. Every single one of them. They're just echoes of the pain you've endured. Shadows of the people who tried to tear you down. They're not the truth. The truth is in the way you keep going, no matter how many times you fall. The truth is in the scars you wear, the battles you've won, the nights you've survived. And every time you stand back up, every time you refuse to quit, you silence those voices a little more. You take back a piece of yourself. You become stronger, harder, more unstoppable. One day the world will stop and stare. They'll see the scars etched into my skin, the fire blazing in my eyes, and the unyielding strength that cannot be tamed. They won't understand how I survived, how I kept going when the darkness threatened to swallow me whole. But it won't matter, because I'll know. I'll know that I didn't just survive. I rose. I conquered. I became unstoppable. And when they finally see the warrior I've become, it won't be their applause I crave. It will be the silence of knowing I needed no one to validate my fight, and that is the ultimate victory. That's all. I'm out. By the way, if you want to level up in life, don't forget to show some love by hitting the like and subscribe button. Until next time.